Hey y'all, so Kerry Washington's new show, Unprisoned, has dropped on Hulu. And I think all the episodes dropped at once, but I'm just going to talk about the pilot. Now, the show is created by Terry McMillan, who we all know is Waiting to Exhale, How Stella Got Her Groove Back, and also the executive producer is, I'm always going to her name, Yvette, the woman that created Living Single and those types of shows. Now, let me just tell you, just based off of the tone and everything of this show, it just really made me miss that small Fox era and UPN, because this show definitely would have thrived during that time period. And it's just because when you watch it, you'll just feel that tone of it. But moving on with the story is about so far, essentially, Kerry Washington and my boy Delroy, who I love so much. Delroy plays her father, who has been in jail for the past 17 years. Now, he has just gotten out of jail for the last time, but he has been in and out of jail her whole life. And this was the longest stretch. And I'm really appreciating how it's very clear that she loves her father, but she's hurt, she's angry, and she's done everything in her power to just be okay without him. But it's very clear she is not okay. At all. She became a relationship and marriage therapist, and she's just I'm fine without you, in that Kerry Washington way. And you're just no, babe, you are not fine. You are very much hurt by what this man did and didn't do for you in your lifetime. And I also am really loving the little nuances about how she was clearly not raised by her Black family. And she talks about it very briefly, but just in the way she does things. She did talk about how you see her Korean foster sister, but it's very clear that her parents those people are probably white that raised her for those 5 years when she was in foster care, because the Korean girl was also adopted, and then she ended up living with this other white woman for another part of her life, who was apparently one of Delroy Edwin's little hoes back in the day. And I love the scene between them because it very much gave me Dolomite energy. He's laying on the bed, he's putting on his fur coat back from the 90s, and it just very much gave me all the things she had to say was yeah, baby, far out of sight, or something. And I would be oh, this is a Dolomite scene. And I'm digging this. And then it's just especially the nuances behind the fact that Paige, who was played by Kerry Washington, was raised around a lot of white people. Not just the fact that she dates white men and she has this half white son. It's just little things like that when you're just that's what you are shown it as, loving families, or that's what you are surrounded by the most. That's what you're going to then go and emulate later on in your life. So I'm appreciating the nuances of that. And so far, like I said, this is just a pilot that we're just talking about, but I'm digging this so far, and I don't know if I'm going to binge all the episodes. I think there's 8 of them, but I'll probably come back and talk about the whole series again in another video. So if you have watched the pilot, what are your thoughts so far? And if you have watched the whole thing, are you oh yeah, let's get this second season going? Comment down below and let me know how you are feeling. Especially just mostly try to keep it to the pilot, actually. But thank you. Until next time, y'all.
You don't have to be perfect to be amazing.